On today's episode, we are going to take a quick look at two giants. The first one is going to be Nvidia. The stock price is up 3.6% on the day right now as I am recording this episode. I want to say it's probably not the best news that came out for Nvidia, so I am surprised the stock price is up right now. The second company we are going to take a quick look at is Microsoft. This is up 2.5% on the day. This one actually had some pretty impressive news, and to me, seeing 2.5% on a $2 trillion company reminds us that, hey, we don't have to find the smallest company to get great returns. The biggest ones can still give us great returns over time. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and let's get started with today's episode. So Nvidia, for those that are not familiar with it, this is my number one position in my portfolio. It roughly holds about 10% of my total account. So today, Nvidia is up 3.63%. They recently announced earnings, and I do believe earnings were super strong. I did plenty of videos on it already. And after those earnings, we did kind of get a lot of price target upgrades from analysts. I do believe that's one of the bullish momentum on Nvidia. But today, earlier this morning, it was announced that Nvidia $40 billion deal for ARM has been dealt a blow by the UK regulators. And this is something I did talk about in my earnings video, that management, Nvidia's management seemed a little bit less, I want to say, bullish or hopeful that the ARM acquisition was going to be met in time. They believe that the way they were talking, it seemed like either it has gone through some form of bumps that may take a longer time frame. So the original time frame was supposed to be the end of March of 2022, so a few months from now. But now with these UK regulators coming out and saying that they have found it could damage competition and weaken rivals and require a further lengthy investigation. So now I believe that time frame is not gonna happen when intended, especially due to these this lengthy investigation. At the same time, I am surprised that the stock price is up 3.7% right now as I am recording. And I believe this tells me one thing, that right now, most investors, just like myself, don't think the ARM acquisition is going to happen. And if it does happen, the probability of it happening is very, very low right now. Because if the probability was pretty high, investors were really betting for this ARM acquisition to happen, I would have expected Nvidia's stock price to kind of tank right now, especially because after the UK regulators, they still have to go through like the United States. China could also pose a big kind of halt there. So I do believe the chances of it happening are lower. For the stock price to be up right now, I do believe it shows me that, hey, investors kind of believe that even without the ARM acquisition, Nvidia can still be a strong company, and I'm all with that right now as well. So now the second company we're going to take a quick look at is Microsoft. But before we go any further, guys, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool Stock Advisor services, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 new picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done amazing returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit fool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the Stock Advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley Fool, and now onto today's video. So Microsoft right now on the day is up 2.6% as I am recording. Like I mentioned, right, this is a $1 trillion company. Full disclosure, I also have Microsoft in my portfolio. So biggest news right now for Microsoft is they are having a new pricing update on their Office 365 products. We'll take a quick look, but this is the first pricing update since they launched Office 365 about a decade ago. And let's take a quick look at who is affecting. Right now, this new pricing will go in effect in 6 months on March 1st of 2022. Right now, it's not going to affect any of the educational or consumer products. This is mainly for the overall commercial products. So we can see Microsoft 365 Business Basics will go from $5 to $6. That's roughly a 20% increase. Microsoft 365 Business will go from $20 to $22, a 10% increase. Office 365 will go from $8 to $10. That's over a 20%. Office 365 E3 will go from 20 to 23, a little bit over 10%, and Office 365 will go from 35 to 38. That's about a little bit less than 10%. So roughly here, most of their products are kind of increasing somewhere between 10 to 20%, and that's good to know, right? And now let's take a look at how this would really affect the company. So for the full year of 2021, for the fiscal year of 2021, Microsoft made $168 billion in revenue. That's a whole lot of money. And we can see they have three major segments: productivity and business, intelligent cloud, more personal computing. They all pretty much kind of split 1/3. Intelligent cloud makes most of the money, but it's not too far ahead of productivity and business process or the more personal computing. Right now, the only one we really care about is the productivity and business process. This is where the Office 365 products are in, and that makes up about $54 billion out of that $168 billion of total revenue for the full year of 2021. So we can say roughly, a little bit less than 1/3 or 33% of the business comes from productivity and business process. Now we have to go a little bit more. Try to understand how much of it comes from Office and commercial products. So unfortunately, I couldn't find a full breakdown of how Microsoft breaks down their total revenue in forms of products, but they do share a lot of, I want to say, insight in their presentations and whatnot. So for example, the productivity and business process, Office commercial products and cloud services revenue increased $4 billion or 13% for the full year of 2021. So if it increased by about 13%, that tells me, and it was about a $4 billion increase, that means that the total revenue from Office commercial products and cloud service is somewhere around 35 billion plus or minus a few, 1 billion, right? I'm not doing complete 100% correct math. I'm just getting into a quick ballpark, but about $35 billion comes from Office commercial products. So that's actually pretty impressive. So if 35 billion, and remember, this company made about 168 billion in total revenue, 35 billion is roughly 20% of the company's total market right now. So it is, and again, right, this overall clouding, this product right here is Office commercial products and cloud service revenue. Not the whole business as a whole is going to jump with this price target, but a good portion is going to be there. So this pricing upgrade is actually going to increase Microsoft's total revenue by a huge amount. And this is not even including the overall growth that this company is going to continue to see from user growth, from new enterprises entering the products, new businesses kind of starting up. So overall, this is a very bullish case in my opinion for Microsoft. I can definitely see the stock price going up even more. 2.5% is obviously a big amount, but this is definitely positive news, and it's definitely going to improve the overall growth for this company. So these are the two stocks I wanted to take a quick look at and just share my overall thoughts. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys think. Take care, have a good night, and see you next time.